welcome you all in the next lecture of set theory. So today we will discuss about the operations on sets. The operations on sets include union, intersection, complement, difference and symmetric difference. First of all is a union. Union, suppose you are having two sets A, capital A and capital B. Then the union of the sets A and B, that will be denoted by the notation A, that U denotes here union, A union B. So this is the collection of all those elements X, those belong to A or belong to B. So A union B is equal to collection of all such X, those belong to either A or B. For example, here, what is the union of the first set, which includes 1, 2, 3 and the second 3, 4, 5. So the union of these two sets will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So all those such elements, those belong to the first set, either the first set or the second set. So the solution will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So that. Now come to the intersection. The intersection of the sets capital A and capital B, it is the collection of all those elements X, those belong to capital A and belong to capital B. Here, if the intersection is empty, then capital A and capital B, they are said to be the disjoint sets. For example, here, what is the intersection of these two sets? First includes 1, 2, 3, the elements, and the second, that includes the elements 3, 4, 5. So here you can see that the intersection of these two contains only one element, which is 3. So here the intersection of these two sets will be the singleton set 3. Similarly, for the second example, where what is the intersection of these two sets includes first one 1, 2, 3 and the second 4, 5, 6 as the elements. So here you can see that there is no such elements which is common. So here these two sets are said to be disjoint as their intersection is empty. There the Venn diagram for the A intersection B here, and it is shown by the shaded region A intersection B. So there are some properties. The first one, every element X in A intersection B belongs to both capital A and capital B. So hence X belongs to capital A and X belongs to capital B. That means A intersection B is a subset of capital A and also the subset of capital B. So by that note, A intersection B will be the subset of capital A as well as subset of capital B. And the second property, an element X belongs to the union A union B if X belongs to capital A or X belongs to capital B. So hence every element in capital A belongs to the A union B, and every element in capital B that belongs to A union B also. So with that note, here we can see that A is a subset of A union B and also B is a subset of A union B. So with these two properties 1 and 2, we can conclude the theorem 1.3, which is for any sets capital A and capital B, we have the first relation, that A intersection B is a subset of capital A and capital A will be the subset of A union B. Similarly, for the second set capital B, we can conclude that A intersection B is a subset of capital B and it is the capital B that is the subset of A union B. Now come to the complement. If capital A is a set, then the complement of the set A with respect to the universal set U, it is denoted by either A bar or A complement, that is AC. This is the set U minus A, or the collection of all those elements X which belongs to the universal set U but doesn't belong to the set A. For example, here, if U is the positive integer less than 100, then what is the complement of this set? The set is X such that X greater than 70. So here the solution will be X such that X less than equal 70. That will be the complement of the set. The Venn diagram here shows that complement of A is denoted by the shaded region, the blue shaded region here, which is denoted by A bar or AC. Difference of the set. Let capital A and capital B are two sets. The difference of capital A and capital B denoted by A minus B. This is the set containing the elements of A but not a B, that are not in B. So the difference here, it is denoted by A oblique, that the back oblique, B, it is equal to collection of all such X such that X belongs to capital A but X doesn't belong to capital B. So you have to remove all the elements from capital A, those do not belong to capital B. So either it is read by A minus B, and the Venn diagram here, it is shown here that in this one, the shaded region, all those portion of capital A which do not include the parts of capital B. That is the Venn diagram for A minus B. Symmetric difference. The symmetric difference of two sets capital A and capital B, it is the set A minus B union B minus A. The Venn diagram shows that the shaded region, the shaded part, that is the symmetric difference. Symmetric difference does not include the common elements of capital A and capital B, that is the intersection part, that do not belong that part. For example, here there are two sets capital A which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the set capital B which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have to find out the symmetric difference of A and B. So here you can see that the symmetric difference will be 1, 2, 3 and 6, 7, 8. So the common part, which were 4 and 5, they are not in this part. So the symmetric difference is 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Or the second method is, you can find out the symmetric difference, the both one A minus B and B minus A, and then take the union. The result will be the same. Here are some examples based on the set operations. In the first one, the universal set is given as from 0 to 10. The set A, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and the set B 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You have to find out A union B, A intersection B, A complement, B complement, A minus B and B minus A. For the second example, again here you have to find out for the universal set U, A, capital B and capital C, the first part A union B intersection C. For the second part, A union B intersection A union C. So find out all the related terms. For the third example, again you have to find out A complement union B intersection C. The solution is there. You can match your answer with that. Now come for the laws of the algebra of sets. The first law is idempotent law, that says A union A is equal to A. Similar law hold for the intersection part, which is A intersection is A, which is the usual one. Second is associative law. The associative law for the union and the intersection both are there in the part 2A and 2B. For the part 2A, that holds for the union part, which is A union B union C is equals to A union B union C. Similarly for the intersection one. Commutative law, that says A union B is equals to B union A. Similarly, A intersection B is equals to B intersection A, as in the part 3B. Distributive laws. For the part 4A, this is A union B intersection C. That means union is distributed over the intersection, and this is equal to A union B intersection A union C. For the part 4B, A intersection B union C. That means intersection is distributive over union, and this is equal to A intersection B union A intersection C. The identity laws, that says A union phi is equals to capital A, and A union the universal set is equals to the universal set. Similarly for the intersection part. Involution law, that says A complement and its again complement. A complement of complement is equal to the set itself, capital A. The complement laws, the first part, that is the 8A, that shows A union A complement will give you the whole universal set. And similarly A intersection and A intersection A complement, that will give you the set phi. Similarly for the 9th A, that says universal set complement, that means the complement of universal set is phi, and complement of phi will be the universal set. Those are the complement laws. Now the important one is De Morgan's law, that says that complement of A union B, this is equals to complement of A intersection complement of B. Similarly, the De Morgan law holds for the intersection part, which says the complement of A intersection B is equals to complement of A union complement of B. This says that the complement of intersection of two sets, I am talking about the part 10th B, that means the complement of intersection of two sets is the union of the complement of these sets. That is the De Morgan law for intersection. Similarly, you can write down the terms for 10th A also. That will be the complement of the union of two sets is the intersection of the complements of these two sets. That will be the De Morgan's law. This is very important. So that's all for the today's one. Thanks to all of you. Thank you very much.